What is public relations? What is the difference between PR and advertising? What about marketing and journalism? From my experiences, these are often difficult questions for people to answer and something I encounter often as a public relations major. In an Intercept interview project done in my PR classes, only 1 out of every 10 people were able to accurately define public relations. My academic education has been centered on public relations, and therefore I have a clear understanding of the profession and the process it entails. The PR process can be remembered by using RACE as an acronym. Public Relations Strategies and Tactics, a textbook by Cameron and Wilcox, serves as an excellent resource and fully outlines the entire process of public relations. Research, action, communication, and evaluation are the 4 steps in public relations. In PR, the race begins with research. Research is always the first step in public relations. Public relations is a research-based social science, and therefore research is required to be successful. Research lays the groundwork for the PR plan and adds credibility to the profession. 75% of research used within public relations is secondary and formal in the form of both qualitative and quantitative techniques. Qualitative research techniques include content analysis, interviews, focus groups, copy testing, and ethnographic techniques. Quantitative research techniques include polls and surveys. Beginning the process with research and determining any problems or issues, the process continues on to action. Action is the second step in the process and is established through program planning. The primary question in developing a program plan is what is going to be done. There are 3 types of plans. A standing plan is an ongoing long-term plan. A contingency plan is established for specific issues or crisis. And thirdly, an ad hoc plan is a temporary plan for a temporary circumstance. There are also 2 approaches to program planning. Both plans are similar, however the strategic planning model is constructed a little differently and more compartmentalized than the management by objective model. Research becomes a plan and the plan becomes a proposal. A planning proposal includes various elements and is very detailed. The proposed plan is heavily dependent on the situation of the organization. It is also dependent on the objectives, and the objectives guide the program. Objectives can be informal, motivational, and attitudinal. The program planning will be directed toward a specific audience, and it is therefore important to consider the target audience of the organization. Strategy tactics set guidelines for the program, and therefore establish rationale behind the various components of the plan and why they were created. A calendar or timeline is established to outline the longevity of the program and its completion for the organization so they are fully aware of the commitment. A budget is proposed to define the monetary value behind the implemented program. And lastly, it is important to explain how the program will be evaluated for success so that you will know if the plan was implemented successfully. After the program plan is created and implemented, the primary focus becomes communication. Communication is the 3rd step in the process. Communication is the execution of the action. How will the public be told? Communication is crucial in the parts of the program directed at specific audiences. Communicators must have a clear understanding of the implemented program and its intentions. They must consider the audience. Communicators will want to consider the audience and ask, is the message appropriate, is it understandable, and is it believable? Communicators must also fully understand the objectives of the program set by the organization. Will the message be exposed, and how will the message be accepted? With that being said, there are 3 goals within the communication part of the process. The first goal is for the audience to fully comprehend the message. The second goal is for the audience to remember the message. And the third goal is for the audience to believe the message. Communication carries the program through to the final step of the PR process. After the program is implemented, carried out, and completed, the final step is evaluation. Evaluation considers the following question. Was the audience researched, and what was the effect? Was the effect positive or was the effect negative? Evaluation also considers possible adjustments and alternatives to various parts of the programs. Slight adjustments may lead to more success in the future, and alternatives may be both positive for the organization and their audience. For example, altering the budget and utilizing a less expensive marketing component may be both beneficial to the organization while also reaching the target audience in a better manner. We have now discussed the 4 steps in the public relations process. Public relations is a new profession that is not clearly understood by many individuals. The RACE acronym makes it simple to remember the 4 steps in the process, which gives an understanding of the work entailed by the profession. R is for research, A is for action, C is for communication, and E is for evaluation. Public relations is an ongoing race with a process that remains in a continuous cycle. PRSA, the Public Relations Society of America, is a great resource for better understanding public relations as a profession. A clear understanding of the process helps define public relations as a profession and help organizations to better implement public relations within their organization.